Well, good morning to you. Welcome to another 7 Minutes at 7 a.m. I am Stephen Hawley Jr. I am so glad to have you with me. Hopefully everyone is doing okay. Greet me in the comments section. Let me know how you're doing. This is the opportunity for us to put something in your atmosphere every Monday and every Friday. And so glad to greet you this morning. Good morning, Pastor Coleman. Good morning, Linda Swint. Good morning, Ma Emma. Thank God for all of you that shall tune in today. Thank God. Today's word that we're going to discuss for a few moments is the word called influence. Everyone say influence. It is the capacity to have an effect on the character, the development, or the behavior of someone or something. Influence. Influence. I read somewhere, I think it was Maxwell, that said this is what makes a leader, the ability to influence. But beyond all of that, look at what the definition says. It's the capacity to have an effect on the character, the development, or even the behaviors of others. You don't need me to tell you, but you can really recognize the power of influence. You ever seen someone that you saw them one way and they begin to hang with a certain person or hang with a certain group or go in a certain direction, and all of a sudden your dealings with them changes. It's been shifted. There's been an adjustment, and sometimes that's not a bad thing. But there's been an adjustment. There's been a change. Why? They've been influenced. They've been in an element, for good or bad, that has changed or has had an effect on their character, their development, or their behavior. Man, oh man, oh man. And it's two sides, right? It is you being influenced by someone or something, and you having an influence on someone or something. We are influencing while being influenced. Isn't that something? So we really want to know how important this is. We got one life to live. So it's so critical that we are influenced by the right people. We are receiving the right influence so that we can be the right influence. Can I say that again? We want to receive the right influence so that we can be the right influence. I can tell you, man, so many great people have influenced my life. Well, I can also say so many not great situations, let's put it that way. Because I do believe there are sometimes people influence you for evil unintentionally, but nevertheless, it still was a bad influence. It is the capacity to have an effect on the character, the development, or the behavior of someone or something. One of my favorites, Proverbs 13:20. Whosoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. We say whoever walks with, we're absolutely not talking about somebody just, well, I'm gonna walk with you to the corner and come back. That's not what we're talking about. This scripture is talking about influence. Whoever is influenced by, whoever dwells with, whoever spends quality time with the wise will become wise. Because whatever you are surrounded by, whoever you're surrounded by, it becomes who you are. So whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but a companion of fools gonna suffer harm. Oh my goodness, when you're influenced by foolish people, you're going to end up being a foolish person, or you're going to have foolish outcomes. I love this. Never underestimate the influence you have on others. Man, never underestimate the influence you have on others, which is why we have to watch our mouths. And I said this before, we need to wash our mouths too. Wash it. We better watch it, and we better wash it, because people are watching you. People are noticing you. right? I don't know how many times as a child you go in a room that's full of adults and the conversation stops or shifts. And they'll say something like, stay out of grown folk business. What they try to say is, we don't want you influenced by what you are hearing and by what you are seeing. Never underestimate the influence you have on others. A life isn't significant except it has its impact on the lives of others. That is, the late Jackie Robinson said that. You can't influence people you refuse to associate with. So even on the good side, if you want to change outcomes and change scenarios, you are gonna have to influence people to change outcomes, to change scenarios. You can't make people do anything, or can you? I mean, you could put people in a position based on certain rules and based on certain authorities and make folk do a thing, but influencing them has everything with allowing individuals to adjust themselves and change for themselves. And you can't influence people unless you associate with, right? Same principle. If you are associating with bad circumstances and bad people consistently, you're going to become one. Example is not the main thing influencing others. It is the only thing. All right. So when we look at our influence, because we are being influenced as we influence, right? So if that's the case, then the only way to adjust the behaviors of others is to at least, at a minimum, be an example to what you want done. You cannot ask people to do things you don't do. You can't lean on others to work a certain way or to perform a certain way if you won't do it. That is called hypocrisy. So example is not the main thing. It is the only thing in influencing others. It's the only thing. Again, one last time. Influence, the capacity to have an effect on the character or development or the behavior of someone or something. If this was beneficial to you, I'm asking that you share it with someone. It has been my divine honor to be with you on another Monday. We're talking about influence today. Influence. Last time, that capacity to have an effect on the character, developmental behavior of someone else. If this was good to you, go ahead and share it. It's been my honor to be with you again on a Monday. Thank God for all of you that have tuned in today, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful Monday.